Hello there, it's Anna here, and welcome to Little Crochet Farm. In this video I will show you how to make this beautiful little doll. I call her Farm Girl because she's wearing jumpers. In the description below you can find a link to the written pattern with all informations you may need. But here I tell you I use 100% cotton yarn, 2mm crochet hook and stuffing materials. Also, there is links to tutorials of every stitch I used to complete this toy in case you need further assistance. Also, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. I will be happy to help you. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing to my channel and leave me a like in this video. That will help me a lot. Now, let's move on to the pattern. I start my doll with the purple yarn and a magic ring. So here we are going to crochet 6 single crochet inside the magic ring. Close tight, super good, and move on to row number 2. 6 increases. You will have a total of 12 stitches at the end of the row. Very nice, secure the yarn and moving on to the third row. Here you will work with back post single crochet. If you don't know how to back post single crochet, just take a look in the links in the description below. There is a full tutorial and fast tutorial also teaching you specific how to make this. But from here you can see how easy and simple is this stitch. It's one of my favorite, by the way. That's super good. And for row number 4, you will crochet 12 single crochet. That's great. Here we will change to blue yarn and we will connect the 2 legs. So you just make one more of this detail so far until row number 4. One you will finish off, the other one you will change to blue, like I did here. Insert the needle in some of the stitches from the finished detail you just did and start crocheting together. So for row number 5, you will crochet together the 2 legs and you will have a total of 24 stitches. 12 from the first one and 12 from the second one. Here, make sure to count how many stitches you have at the end of every row. This will help you a lot on keeping on track. I will just secure my yarn. It's great, and continue. So here you will have 12 single crochet from the first leg plus 12 of the second leg. This will have you a total of 24 stitches. And this is how it's supposed to be looking like. I add a stitch marker here. In my case, I use just a piece of yarn. And moving on to row number 6. So for here, you'll start making increases. And this will be the only row with increases for now. So you will crochet 3 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times, and at the end of this row you should have 30 stitches. To increase, you will crochet 2 single crochet inside 1 stitch. Okay? If you need help with the increases, check in the links in the comment box below, and you will find a tutorial for the increases. That's how it's supposed to be looking like, and now we will grow our legs. Okay, so for row 7 to 9 you will crochet 30 single crochet, no increases, no decreases, just 30 single crochet, and I will meet you at the end of row 9. All right, that's great. Now at the end of the row 9, at the last stitch, we will change, in my case, to yellow color yarn, and you will crochet for the row number 10 30 back loop slip stitch. So you will take only the back loop of the stitch and you'll make 30 slip stitch. All right, if you don't know what is the front loop and the back loop of the stitch, there is also a video tutorial in the description below. That's super good. I will stop here fast just to cut this blue yarn. We don't need it anymore. And to secure. Just make sure to not make a very tight knot because that can pull your first slip stitch, all right? So for row number 11, you will crochet 30 back loop single crochet. So here you will take only the back loop of the stitch and you will make a single crochet on the back loop, all right? So from row 12, we start with decreases. So we will decrease 2 stitches per row from here on, alright? So for row 12, you will crochet 13 single crochet and 1 decrease. And you will repeat that 2 times. At the end, you should have a total of 28 stitches. Here I use the invisible decrease. If you don't know how to make the invisible decrease, check the links in the description below. There is a tutorial showing you how to make the invisible decrease, but basically you take the front loop of the 2 stitches, okay? You can see it here. Great, moving on to row number 13. And here you will crochet 12 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat that for 2 times and you have a total of 26 stitches at the end of this row. That's it, this is looking very nice. And moving on for row number 14, 11 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 2 times and you will have a total of 24 stitches at the end of this row. For row number 15, you will crochet 10 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat that 2 times and you'll have a total of 22 stitches at the end of this row. Super good. Now let's move on to row number 16. 9 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 2 times, have a total of 20 stitches at the end of this row, and this will be our last row with the decreases. That's looking great. I'm here on my last decrease, and here I will change to my other color yarn to start the head. And for row number 17, you will crochet 20 back loop slip stitch. So here again, you will take only the back loop of the stitch and you make 20 back loop slip stitch. This is looking super good. Let me just cut real quick here this yarn. We don't need the yellow yarn anymore. And now we start adding a little bit of stuffing material so we fill our body. Okay, this is looking good. Now you will stop a little bit working for the head. Don't cut the yarn. We will just start making the jumper here, the detail. And for that, find the 8 middle stitches. So here count 8 stitches in the central part of the blue detail you've made and attach the blue yarn. So we will work here. You see we have the remaining front loop here. So you attach the yarn, chain 1, and you will make 8 single crochet. So you'll make 8 single crochet in these central stitches that you just figured out. I will just secure my yarn here while it's loose. So I fasten with the pins just to make it sure that it's on its place. Okay, 8 single crochet. Now you turn, chain 1, and again you make 8 single crochet for row number 2 of the jumper. You turn, chain 1, and for the third row you'll decrease 1, 4 single crochet and decrease 1 again. Here I don't use the invisible decrease, I do the normal decrease because we are not working in circles. Okay? That's super good. And our last row of this jumper, for row number 4, you will make 6 single crochet. This is looking great. Now that you arrive here on your last stitch, chain 14 and connect on the other side of the doll, also in the central 8 stitches from the back. Okay, so you find the 8 stitches from the back and you connect with the slip stitch. You cut the yarn. We'll leave it here for now. On the opposite side of the back, you connect the yarn, the blue yarn again, and you again chain 14. All right? And this time you connect in the front of the jumper on the opposite side, of course, and we'll have it ready here. Now you just need to fasten off all of these tails before moving to the continuing working with the head. So here I will show you how I fasten off one of my tails, and the remaining others I will do off the camera. Okay, super good. So here we have, and magically, ta-da, I have it here, all my tails fastened off and well hidden. So let's continue with our head. I will pull this a little bit down and we'll continue in the row 18. So here we'll start increasing for the head. So for this row you will work in the remaining front loop. So here you'll take the front loop of the row 16 that is remaining outside, and the row 17, which is with the slip stitch, will be inside of the head. Okay, so you take the front loop of the yellow color or whichever color that you're working, and you'll make 6 single crochet, 2 increases, 2 single crochet, 2 increases, and repeat that 2 times, and you'll have a total of 28 stitches. Here, pay attention that you will crochet when I say 2 increases. That means you will make 3 single crochet inside 1 stitch. Okay, so you will increase 2 single crochet inside 1 stitch. All right, so just making it clear, when I say 2 increases, you will crochet 3 single crochet inside 1 stitch. Okay, you can follow the written pattern if it's better for you, and from here on that's how we are going to work, because we want this shape of the head in a rectangle looking like. Let me add my stitch marker here and move on to row 19. So for row 19 you will crochet 8 single crochet, 2 increases, 4 single crochet, 2 increases, and repeat 2 times. You will have a total of 36 stitches at the end of this row. Okay, This is looking very nice. You can see better the shape of our head here. And this is what we are aiming for. So for our last row with increases, for row 20, you will crochet 9 single crochet, 2 increases, 6 single crochet, 2 increases, repeat 2 times, 2 single crochet, and you will have a total of 44 stitches at the end of this row. Again, make sure to count. It's easy here to get lost a little bit because we are used to make less increases in one stitch. So just make sure that you're counting in every row the total amount of your stitches, so make sure that you are on track. Alright, so this is the final shape of our head that we want. And now we will crochet the height of our head. So for row 21 to 28, you will work 44 single crochet. So here you don't have increases, you don't have decreases, it's just 44 single crochet. And nothing new here, so I will meet you at the end of row 28. So we will start our decreases. Here we have our head ready to decrease and close. Okay, so for row 29, you will work 9 single crochet, 2 decreases, 5 single crochet, 2 decreases, repeat 2 times, and you will have a total of 36 stitches. And here again, when I say 2 decreases, means that you will make 1 decrease following up by another increase. So that will make 4 stitches becoming 2, okay? So here I show you. 1 decrease. My second decrease. And continue for this row, okay? That's super good. Moving on to row 30. So here you'll make 7 single crochet, 2 decreases, 3 single crochet, 2 decreases, repeat that 2 times, and you'll have a total of 28 stitches at the end of this row. So for row number 31, you will make 5 single crochet, 2 decreases, 1 single crochet, 2 decreases, repeat 2 times, and have a total of 20 stitches at the end of this row. Here I will stop a little bit to add stuffing material on the head. I think it's better to work. And let's move on to row number 32. Here you'll make 6 single crochet, 2 decreases, and repeat that 2 times. You'll have a total of 16 stitches at the end of this row, and we are almost done with the head. That's super good. So row number 33, 4 single crochet, 2 decreases, repeat 2 times. You will have a total of 12 stitches, and this will be our last row. And here my yarn, it's over, so I'm just gonna start with the new yarn here. I just want to say so there is no confusion when you see more strings hanging here. Okay, this is looking super good. Let's start fastening off, cut this yarn. For fastening off, you just take the front loop of the stitch, and at the end you pull all together. There is also a video tutorial teaching you how I close my crochet toys, but here you can basically see you just take the front loop of each and every stitch and then you pull. Very nice. That's super good. Let's just now hide this remaining tail, secure this yarn and hide. That's super nice. Now we move on for the hair. And for the hair, I'm using a black yarn. And starting with the magic ring. And for row number 1, you will crochet 6 single crochet in the magic ring. Let's close tight, super good. Second row, 6 increases, so you'll have a total of 12 stitches at the end of this row. Let me add here my stitch marker and move for row number 3. 4 single crochet, 2 increases, 2 increases. Repeat that 2 times, you will have a total of 20 stitches. So here you make 4 single crochet, 3 single crochet inside 1 stitch, following up by 3 single crochet inside 1 stitch, and you repeat that, okay? And for row number 4, 6 single crochet, 2 increases, 2 single crochet, 2 increases. Repeat that for 2 times and you'll have a total of 28 stitches at the end of this row. Super good. Moving on for row number 5, 8 single crochet, 2 increases, 4 single crochet, 2 increases. Repeat for 2 times and have a total of 36 stitches at the end of this row. Okay, this is looking good. Row number 6, 9 single crochet, 2 increases, 6 single crochet, 2 increases. Repeat 2 times, 2 single crochet, and you will have a total of 44 stitches at the end of this row. And this is our last row with the increases. So this is looking very nice. This is the shape we want for the head. Now adding my stitch marker here and moving on for rows 7 to 13. So here we will make the height of our hair. So for these rows, no increases and decreases, just 44 single crochet, and I will meet you at the end of row number 13. So here we are at the end of row number 13. Cut the yarn and leave a long tail for sewing this over our head, okay? And let's start working with the arms. So for the arms here we start with a magic ring. And you will make 5 single crochet in the magic ring. For row number 2, you will make 5 increases and you'll have a total of 10 stitches. Let's secure this. Super good. And row number 3 to 5, you will just make 10 single crochet. That's super good. I'm here on my last stitch of this row, And I will change to my yellow color yarn. So you change to whichever color you're working. And here you will work again on the back loop of the stitch. So you'll make 10 back loop slip stitch. Okay, super good. And now 10 back loop single crochet. That's super good, and you follow up for row 8 and 9, 10 single crochet. Okay, this is looking good, so let me cut this yarn. I don't add stuffing materials, the arms are very small, instead I just pull the strings inside of the arm and make another one. Ta-da! I have my one here ready. And now we'll start the assembly of our doll. This should be very fast. So here the back part of the hair and the back part of the doll. That's looking great. You see here the position of the hair on the front is higher, and going down on the sides, on the back it's a little bit lower. Okay, I will secure this hair piece with the pins, so while I'm sewing it doesn't move. And I will start crocheting on the same way that I will start sewing on the same way that you would crochet, so clockwise here. I will show you how to sew this on the first stitches, and then I will just move fast forward. It's a little bit long process. So here you take one stitch from the doll and you take one stitch of the hair. Just make sure to make all the stitches from the hair so the sewing it looks neat. Don't skip any of the stitches. Go counting. You should have 44. Okay, here I am at the end on my last stitch. That's super good. Now I'm gonna hide this tail and fasten off. Here we have, this is looking great, our doll. Now we'll start sewing the arms. Okay, here for the arms, you will sew the 5 stitches together, so you have 10 stitches, you sew 2 by 2, so you're closing the arm, and that will be easier to sew in the doll. Okay, here you insert the arms under the jumper, of course, and we will sew this in between these 2 rolls. You see here this line. The exact position and the number of this row is in the written pattern in the link in the description. You can check there. Here is a super easy process to make, and it's fast. It's just 5 stitches you need to sew in the doll. And now you just move it back so she's well dressed. That's very nice, and I will sew the other one and I will meet you here, okay? So here we have our 2 arms are nice in its place, and let's start to embroider the eyes. So to embroider the eyes, I used pins to find the location that I want my eyes to be. I make straight lines and I start making the contour around these lines I made with the black thread. And you can follow up the full process I do in the video here. If you are using safety eyes, there is the exact position and how many stitches between them in the written pattern that is in the link in the description below. Okay, this is good. I will embroider the other one and I come back here with you. That's great. And for the final detail, we will make the braids. So for her braids, you need to cut 14 pieces of yarn with a length of 10 centimeters each piece, and you will start attaching 2 by 2. Okay? So here you find the middle part, the central part in her above her shoulders, and you insert the needle in the second row of the hair here, and you attach 2 strings. Simple, super good. Now you move 1 row above and 1 stitch to the side. So here again you attach 2 strings, you will attach 2 by 2. Super good. And you make the same thing on the other side. 1 row above, 1 stitch beside. And that's how you're going to continuously attaching the strings until you're finished. One row above, one stitch on the side of the previous yarn you just attached. Okay, here it's super good. All of them are on its place, and you can see here there is kind of a V shape. You see, this is the shape we're looking for. And now you start making the braids. So I hope you know how to braid the hair. It's hard for me to make the braids because the doll is moving and I cannot hold it with something else because I'm shooting, so it looks more difficult than it actually is. This is nice. This is looking very good. I will use now a piece of yellow yarn and I will make some simple knots here so we secure her hair so it will not come off. Okay, this is looking great. It's super good. Later I will cut this here, but first I will just make the other side and then I cut evenly both. And that's it. This is super good. You see, she looks cute with the braids. That's very nice. Good. You can move it back, shape it back her head, because while you were making the braids maybe we can squeeze too much. So just make sure that it's everything on its place. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like, leave me a thumbs up and I see you in the next one. Thank you for being here and bye!